Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving into something that just shook the Titan world in Hero Wars Alliance. Two brand new Biomech skins have arrived, and they're already stirring conversation, breaking defenses, and shifting the meta in ways that can't be ignored. We're talking about Angus and Sylva. Angus has received a Biomech skin that brings extra defense, while Sylva's Biomech skin boosts her damage against light titans. Now, when we say boost, we don't just mean a little bonus here and there. We're talking about numbers that can completely flip battles on their head. So let's explore them, analyze how they work in practice, and see exactly how they perform on the battlefield. And yes, Guardians, we ran the tests, level by level, 5 by 5, so we could really feel the difference. Let's start with Silva. Sylva's Biomech skin is all about raw destruction. It adds a massive 418,195 extra damage, but here's the catch, this bonus only applies when she's striking against light titans. That might sound situational at first, but let's break it down. Imagine Silva hitting for 1 million damage against a light titan without the skin. With her Biomech skin maxed, that same strike doesn't stop at 1 million. It rockets up to 1,418,000. That's not a small bump, that's a game-changing spike that can melt through enemy health bars. Now, on the other side, we have Angus. His Biomech skin is built for resilience. It adds 401,470 extra defense, again, only against light titans. But this defensive boost is no joke. Extra defense in this context means that damage dealt to Angus by light titans is absorbed and reduced significantly. We ran the numbers in a real fight scenario. With Angus at level 60, facing off against Rigel, the difference was staggering. Without the Biomech skin, a max Rigel smacks Angus for 669,849 damage per hit. With the Biomech skin in play, that same strike lands for only 286,476. Guardians, that's more than halving the incoming damage. And when you're talking about Titan battles where each hit can decide the outcome, that kind of mitigation isn't just helpful, it's survival. Let's circle back to Silva, because her numbers deserve more attention. With the Biomech skin maxed, her strikes against light titans land for 909,543 damage per hit. Compare that to a Silva fully maxed but without the Biomech skin, only 566,037 damage per strike. That's a massive difference of over 340,000 damage every single time she attacks. Multiply that across an entire battle, and you can see how devastating this becomes. It's not just about hitting harder, it's about hitting harder consistently, over and over, until the enemy line collapses. But numbers don't mean much unless we see the bigger picture. So we tested full team formations to see how these skins truly change the battlefield. Against light titans, the pattern is usually clear, lights hit harder, they push damage fast, and they often overwhelm Earth in the early stages. But with these Biomech skins, the story flips. Against a full team of maxed Earth Titans equipped with these skins, the difference is devastating. The extra damage from Silva is visible, the extra defense from Angus is undeniable, and suddenly, Earth doesn't just survive, it dominates. Light Titans don't have time to breathe. They're crushed under the weight of Earth's resilience and retaliation. The results were not close. Earth won hard, consistently, and with such force that light titans looked helpless, completely destroyed in defense. So yes, Guardians, the Biomech skins make a total difference against light. And it doesn't stop there? Even when light mixes with dark titans, hoping to balance the lineup, the outcome doesn't change much. Against a 5 Earth lineup with Biomech skins, light and dark together still struggle, unable to withstand the sheer wall of damage and defense that Angus and Sylva now bring to the table. But as always in Hero Wars, Alliance, no power comes without a counter. And here's where things get interesting. These skins are designed for light matchups, they tilt the scales heavily in Earth's favor. But when you adjust the lineup slightly, the outcome shifts again. We tried one small change, pulling him on out of the Earth defense and slotting Araji in. The result? One hero, one ultimate, and the so-called unbreakable Earth defense is smashed. That's the beauty of this game, no matter how powerful a buff looks, the counters are always there. And Araji is the big one here. With his ultimate, he can dismantle Earth defenses that look otherwise unstoppable. So what's the verdict? Guardians, the truth is simple, these skins are powerful. They make a massive difference for Angus and Sylva, pushing them to new levels in both offense and defense. Silva becomes a wrecking ball against light, shredding health bars with boosted damage. Angus becomes a fortress, absorbing light's blows and holding the line long enough for Earth to counterattack and win. Together, they tilt matchups, break patterns, and force light players to rethink their strategies. At the same time, the game remains balanced by the presence of counters. Araji proves that even the mightiest Earth defense can be cracked. And we can't forget Verdok, who was already pushing Earth's offense higher before these skins arrived. With these skins, Earth's offensive firepower only gets stronger, making them even more dangerous in attack. But Araji is always there to answer back, ensuring no strategy is completely invincible. And that, Guardians, is why these Biomech skins are such a great addition to Hero Wars, Alliance. They don't just buff numbers. They shake the meta. They make Earth not only more reliable but also more exciting to play, giving players new strategies in both offense and defense. And at the same time, they reinforce what makes this game so fun, the constant back and forth of power and counterpower. Earth hits harder. Light scrambles. Dark struggles. Araji answers. And the cycle continues. So yes, these skins make a huge difference. Angus and Sylva become titans of survival and destruction, smashing light lines and forcing opponents to adapt. But no matter how strong they look, the counter is always out there. That's the beauty of Hero Wars, Alliance. There's no single unbeatable path, only strategies that evolve, heroes that adapt, and titans that rise, until the next change shakes it all up again. And that's it for today, Guardians. What do you think of the new Biomech skins? Have you tested Angus and Sylva yet? Do you think they'll change the long-term meta, or are they just situational tools for light matchups? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and don't forget, if you enjoy this video, touch that ring bell and subscribe to our channel. Do you never miss anything from Hero Wars, Alliance. Until then, stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.